On Wednesday, the 15th of November, 1972, 32 people, 28 passengers and a flight crew of 4 boarded Ansett Australia Flight 232 at Adelaide Airport. The flight, which included 15 women and children, was bound for the remote Central Australian town of Alice Springs. After a routine takeoff, Ansett Flight 232 gained in altitude and banked over the Gulf of St Vincent before setting a course for Alice Springs. Flying over the vast desert regions of South Australia and the Northern Territory, the largely uneventful flight was approaching its end until at 1:40 p.m. a man emerged from the Fokker Friendship's toilet armed with a sawn-off .22 caliber rifle. The man approached flight attendant Kay Gorham, saying, "This is a hijack." Initially, Gorham didn't take the man, with a European accent, very seriously, until he forced her and the other attendant into the cockpit. The hijacker demanded a parachute and a jumpsuit, and that a light plane be provided at Alice Springs Airport to fly him deep into the desert, where he would jump from the aircraft. Commencing the descent into Alice Springs, the pilot informed the tower of the hijacking and relayed the hijacker's demands. Northern Territory Police converged onto the airport as the Fokker Friendship landed and taxied to a halt. With a Cessna readied on the tarmac according to the hijacker's wishes, plainclothes Constable Paul Sandeman volunteered to pose as the Cessna's navigator to get close to the suspect. After the hijacker allowed most passengers off the plane, including all women and children, at gunpoint, flight attendant Kay Gorham exited the aircraft ahead of the hijacker and approached Constable Sandeman. Suspicious of Sandeman, the hijacker ordered Gorham to search him. She felt a handgun secreted in the back of the policeman's shorts, but did not inform the hijacker. After a short conversation, taking his chance, Sandeman lunged in an attempt to apprehend the hijacker, grabbing the rifle, but his hand slipped. Before Sandeman could reach his handgun, the hijacker fired at the officer, hitting him in the hand and in the stomach. Further shots hit Sandeman in the right shoulder and left arm. Police on the perimeter of the airport began firing at the hijacker as Cessna pilot Ozzy Watts assisted the seriously injured Paul Sandeman off the tarmac. He was conveyed to Alice Springs Hospital, where he underwent emergency surgery. Having taken cover in a ditch adjacent to the runway, police expected return fire from the hijacker, but the only thing they heard was a single shot, a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. 31-year-old Paul Sandeman was hailed as a hero, receiving the Queen's Commendation for bravery, but he would never fully recover from his injuries, leaving the Northern Territory Police soon after the incident. Tragically, Sandeman would die in a car accident in 1995 at the age of 53. As for the hijacker, despite extensive inquiries, his identity remained a mystery for months. In 1973, a lead arising from a key located on his body took police to a rental property in the Sydney suburb of Carlton. It fitted the lock. The hijacker was identified as Miloslav Hrabinec, a 25-year-old economics student from Czechoslovakia. Little else is known about Hrabinec or what led him to hijack Ansett Australia Flight 232 from Adelaide to Alice Springs on the 15th of November 1972. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.